try something different now, all right? Let's try something we haven't done. Artists, if you guys love Looney Tunes, you're in the right place. Let's get a Comic Uprising in here. He's going to be part of these festivities. What's up,
Hey,
James? How are you?
how's it going?
I'm excited for this. All right, so if you guys saw this on the schedule, we got Chuck Jones Gallery is about to join us. We're gonna have one of their official artists, Ben Olson's gonna hop on. He's actually gonna walk through some of this art with us.
Yep.
And you guys, if you're a Looney Tunes fan, this is really special. You guys, if you're an art fan, this is special also. Thank you so much, James, for being part of this. And there he is. Ben, how are you? Welcome to Elite Comics 11's AtCon.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, let me just do a quick preliminary. Mrs. Uprising,
What's
how
up,
are you?
Nicole?
Hey, Ben.
All right, shout out to our sponsors, you guys at AtCon, CGC Comics. Thank you, guys. Overstreet Access, thank you. And VV Comics, thank you so much, you guys. Your support goes a long way into making AtCon possible. The daily giveaway will be active for this segment. There's going to be some art you guys can pick up. So every $100 will get you a spot to win a copy of the first Phoenix in an 8.5. So that's a little nice incentive. All right. So with that, what we're going to do now is, again, this is the Chuck Jones Gallery. We got the official artist, Ben Olson, here with us. He's going to be able to give us some just the artist's perspective on a lot of these pieces. That's a lot of fun. Claiming, you guys will just write the price in the chat if you want a piece. We're going to sell art, but we're also going to learn a lot. I'm going to take a back seat because Ben's here for a bit and he's going to walk us through this. So why don't I do that now? Ben, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us kind of what your role is with Chuck Jones, and you and James can kind of take it away.
Sounds good, man. Well, hey, first of all, thank you for having me. I appreciate this. We're here to celebrate all things Looney Tunes and Chuck Jones, and I got to tell you, it's a tiny 30-second story on Jim. Jim is, I can't speak highly enough about Jim. We met.
You knew me when I was Jim, not James.
Yeah, Jim, just right. And it was, I was looking for a new studio space, and Dave Van Horst was my broker. And I walked in, and I think it was St. Patty's Day, and my broker was like, "Dude, he's out, man. It's St. Patty's Day." And I'm like, "All right, well, we'll come back." And we looked at 17 other properties, and we came back, and Jim was the last one to come back. But like, let's go back and take a look. And met this dude and walked through the whole thing. And I think it took like maybe 45 minutes before we got to the back. And my broker's sitting there, and he's like, "All right, so what are you thinking?" I'm like, "Hey, so Jim, could we like knock out all these walls, and could you lift that and do this? And then what if we did that?" And then Jim started going off, and then we could do this, this, and this. And I don't think it was a negotiation, really. I was just one of those things where my broker said, "You are the most unorthodox client I've ever had." And I'm like, "What can I tell you, man?" And magic was made, dude. And so it was a relationship that went from tenant, like leaseor and leasee, to friendship, and a deep one at that. So I can't speak highly enough about Jim and Nicole and everything they've done to promote the arts, everything they've done for me and my nonprofit, and that. I mean, it's just, these guys are top quality people. And so if you know them, you are blessed.
Yep. Indeed.
And that was 10 years ago, Ben. 10 years in the making.
10 years.
Seriously, our 10-year anniversary is on Tuesday.
No way. That's awesome. Man.
Yeah, no, that's true. So yeah, in our comic world, he's known as Comic Uprising. Jim is, and he's a huge force of positivity in our community as well. So I'm not surprised of the praise.
Let's
get
to the art. Let's get to the art. I'm so excited. You got some freaking art.
Go ahead.
All right,
James, take it away.
Take it away, buddy.
All righty. Look at this piece. Initially, I'm going to start with this. You remember this, Ben?
I do remember that. Yep. So
it
came out, and we when Spider-Man No Way Home came out, and to me, one, like, as far as MCU films go in this fourth kind of iteration, or fourth and fifth, whatever they're in now. I'm looking forward to seeing you too, buddy, at Red Dot. I will be out there in California. and so wanted to do a piece. I loved the whole like sequence with these guys and everything they brought in that made the multiverse make sense. So this piece was ink and marker, and I love working in that medium. So it was a blend of basically Peter's new suit that Tony made for him, and then Goblin.
So there's only one. It's $1,700, guys.
All right,
Yeah, these are all originals. Like you're going to see a lot of originals, some limited editions, and then some originals. And specifically on anything that's Marvel, Star Wars, that's not Chuck Jones. As far as Looney Tunes and Hanna-Barbera, I only do one. We're not. I don't have the license to do limiteds on those, so it's one and done.
All right.
So Ben did that piece, you guys, 101.
Yep.
Ben, you want to give him a little background maybe about just your artist portfolio? I know you're an official artist for why don't you tell him, give him a little context about your art and what do you do in the art world.
So I've been blessed to work with Chuck Jones Galleries, who has the official license to do Hanna-Barbera and Looney Tunes and Warner Brothers Fine Art. And I think we're going on year 9, almost 10. So which has been pretty fantastic. And I get to create in the homage of Chuck Jones. So I get to play with these wonderful characters. They give me free range to do concepts of some stuff that's just whacked, and play with these things. So it's been a blessing, and all of this it's official. So it's all licensed through Warner Brothers, and I get to play with Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and all those things that we love Chuck Jones for. And Chuck Jones was a huge influence on my life, especially going all the way back to high school when I got my first kind of Chuck Amuck from the library, and I got to check that out. And I'm like, this is the guy that created all the films, all the cartoons I love. And I just digested that book, man. I read the whole thing, and Chuck's philosophies and everything that he was about, I totally grabbed onto. And then you fast forward later to 2008 when I met Craig, his grandson, who came out, and I got my first original piece of Chuck Jones art, which was a sketch, and it was expensive. Like, it was expensive. And it was a production piece of Marvin the Martian, and it was freaking awesome. And then Craig and I had a connection, and he was like, there's something here. Fast forward 4 years later, I'm out for a 100-year Chuck Jones birthday celebration, and went nuts, and then joined the Chuck Jones Center for Creativity. Ended up signing a contract to work with those guys for Chuck Jones, for Warner Brothers Fine Art. And for 350, 400 pieces later, here we are.
Awesome. So somebody was asking on these pieces, is overseas shipping a possibility?
It's going to be the buyer's cost. We can make it happen, but it's going to be a buyer's cost.
You have to pay your actual shipping, but it seems like it's an option, whoever was asking. So these pieces are available.
Yep.
We can ask any questions about them. Ben's here with us live. He's going to be here as long as he wants. He can answer questions. We'll keep showing pieces. And if you guys are interested, yes, this is not a museum. They are for sale.
Yes.
That's right.
Don't
This
worry.
is one of the
Yeah.
This is one of the pieces that got me and Ben going right here.
Steampunk Marvin. Yep.
We still have a copy of this in our house.
Nice.
We do.
Yes. Actually, if you saw my promo for AtCon, I was talking to this picture. So,
yes.
So
that one.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us about this one, Ben.
So yeah, this was a piece that I did actually for, I think Red Dot, and the original then went and did a variation of this, and the whole idea behind like Marvin and steampunk just kind of like talked to me. So this was the very first piece in trying something different with the characters that moved them a little bit outside what you would normally see. This ended up becoming a 28-piece series that almost, I think, sold out of the originals. There's maybe like 2 of the original covers left. That was an entire steampunk series that was all wrapped around like Marvin being pissed off that Dodgers blew up Planet X because the shaving cream atom is what the Martians need, and if you don't, they just grow furry. That's why he wanted to go on Planet X and claim it. Well, this whole storyline kind of developed, and they let me go with it, and it was like 28 pieces, but it started with that piece. That was the very first one to like test and see like, what would this actually look like?
Okay, let's focus on this piece. Let's present it properly, James. So what is it? Because is it a limited print? What is it?
yes. So, you know, they all come with COs.
Okay.
So this is a 26 out of 125 print run. So this is part of the regular edition. They made 125 of them.
All right,
The
so there's
gallery
325 of these. Okay.
Is this
the gallery
is this
wrap
the 18 by 18 or the 14 by 14?
18 by 18.
Yep.
All right, 18 by 18, limited edition gallery wrapped. I want to say that's the AP because I think the SNs are a little smaller. Is that an AP?
It's not saying AP on it. So
Can we get closer to it while we're waiting? Because I just want to show people they don't want to see the detail. If we can get a little closer, yeah. Check this out. Ben crushed this piece.
And it's at 5 o'clock. Now, if you look at the series that I developed, it's like
Nicole,
20
drop the
minutes
phone.
to 5 because that's the end of the day. So if he gets to 5 o'clock, that's kind of like he's accomplished the mission.
Are the prints signed and numbered, Ben or James?
Yes. Yep. All prints
There's
are hand
Ben's
signed and numbered.
signature right there. And it's numbered right here.
There you go, Yakuza. Yes, they are, and it's all licensed stuff. It's from the gallery. So this is, shout out to the gallery for being part of this. You guys really appreciate them being part of our community. Chuck Jones Gallery. Ben Olson's here live. This is his piece. Anyone takers? Right, 475 on this. We'll keep moving. That's an awesome piece.
All right, next up.
got a really cool Pepe Le Pew. Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, so for the love of cats. So I love, is there any Taz coming up? I don't know if we have a Taz piece in there. We're gonna have to check. We might have one. So I love the whole Pepe Le Pew, Penelope back and forth, sometimes she's chasing him, sometimes he's chasing her. And so he's just smitten. He absolutely loves her, right? And she's got this starring role in Cats. And if you've ever seen Cats, it's not that great. But let me tell you, I saw it on Broadway. The one time was good enough. And so we got somebody asking for payment plans on any of it. I think
Yes.
James can take care of that.
Yeah, we can definitely do 20% down, just like the comic books. 60 days out.
Oh,
Yeah,
60
Bruce.
days. 20% down, 60 days for the rest. Cool.
So yes, Bruce has this one in his house, as he says. Thank you, Bruce.
Oh,
And this is the actual
claim. Sorry, Ben. I think I got a claim. Grail Keepers claim the Marvin.
Sweet.
All right.
We only have one. I know they're numbered, limited to 125. There's only one, right?
Technically, I have access to 6 of them. They will be shipped from the gallery itself.
All right, they'll come from the gallery itself. It looks like Grail Keepers Keys claim the Marvin. So thank you, Patrick.
Grail.
So
all right.
sweet. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
I'm gonna leave this right there for a second.
This one is the Académie Nationale, right? De Musique that's the actual facade in Paris. So you got little statues in the top, and one's Beethoven and one's Mozart, and it's got the dates and stuff on it. And I switched out the statues to be tiny little Tweeties, they're songbirds, but it's the actual facade of this music hall. And then I change up some of the elements in there for Looney Tunes. And this is, of course, where Penelope's doing her debut. So we have Chuck. That's Chuck's little, that's his facial representation there that's stamped in on the buildings. And then you've got little Bug statue, little Daffy statue. And then, of course, there's one ticket, and he's got a dozen roses for her. And he can't wait to get inside and watch her do her thing because Pepe absolutely loves her. And he will do absolutely anything for her. So this is his full support for her debut on as the lead in Cats. This was a Valentine's Day piece too. So this was an official Valentine's piece for the gallery this year that they released the limited edition for. The original is freaking huge. It's 36 by 48.
So this is 6 of 10. There's only 10 printed on this particular one.
Yeah.
And what's the size here, hon?
This one is a 11 by 15.
11 by 15. And what does that price say?
$400.
$400. And there's only 10 of these.
Yep.
$400. Pepe fans, where are you at? And then somebody wants to see the that Spider-Man piece, 1 of 1, that we looked at first. We can show that
Can
closer.
do.
Actually, leave that one there.
So these are all
Is
done
the
with archival ink. Yeah.
Is the original for sale by chance, Ben, on the Pepe?
No, the original sold even before I started it. So most of my originals, I don't have very many left out of the 350 or 400 that I've done. So the Peppy, I gave a sneak peek of what that was like, and it sold off the concept sketch. So then I had to paint it and make sure it didn't suck. And then that's how it came out.
Phenomenally, of course.
All right, you want to see an original? Well, we got an original.
We do indeed.
We have
Wait,
an original.
are you pulling what I think you're pulling out?
It's
there is an
it's a U original.
There is an original.
And it's
the Spider-Man's original
Yes.
as well, right? Is
it
Yep.
is. It is.
So that
This one's
medium is ink and marker, and then this one. So I'm a huge Batman the Animated Series fan. I can't even begin to describe to you how much of a fan I am of this show. It was, dude, in the 90s, man. I come home from school. This is an 18 by 36 oil on canvas. So this is an oil painting on canvas. The whole Batmobile in the back of what it is. I own that. Like, I have that giant one, and I use that to set up the frame. So yeah, this takes a mesh of backgrounds that I loved from that show, and then the pose that I absolutely loved, and brings it into one piece to celebrate my love for Batman the Animated Series.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be popular with our crowd, obviously.
And where was this presented? And why did you make this?
What's that?
Why did you make this piece? Because this comes from a really cool place.
Yeah. So I used to watch the cartoon all the time, and I thought the acting was good, like the voice actors. I mean, I didn't even know Mark Hamill was the Joker until way later, and I'm like, no freaking way. And so you add all those elements together, the art, to learn that, how they even produced the animated series and the backgrounds. They started with black paper, and then they painted on top of that, because that's how they wanted the effect, the animation, everything. I absolutely love this show. This is my second favorite Batmobile, only to the 1989 Batmobile. If I could own both, I would. And so this is my homage and my love to this film, because this was my childhood, in my teens. And I would watch it all the time. I would sketch this stuff all the time. I was constantly sketching Batman the Animated Series in high school, and later on. So I wanted to do a piece that celebrated what I loved in my childhood. And if anybody loves Batman the Animated Series, it was that frickin' car, man, and his pose. And I wanted to bring it about in something that wasn't two-dimensional. I wanted a three-dimensional, feel to what I was bringing forth. And this was the piece that came out.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Ben, but you did this for San Diego Comic-Con,
Yes.
at San Diego Comic-Con? How'd that work?
Yeah, so this was a piece that released at San Diego Comic-Con last year. So I did it for it, and I finished probably like 6 days before the show.
Can we scan it just closer, a little closer?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So
because
you've got
our
people,
beautiful
yeah.
signature.
If you've got questions on this, like, I think people are asking for price, and whatnot. Yeah, ask away. So it's oil paint, and which is my favorite medium to work in as far as paint goes, when I'm dealing with subject matter like this. Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate it.
How much is
So
this?
so-
How much is it?
so
Just a lot of
This one's a 4,500. Obviously, payment plans are available, but it's a one of one. It's set at San Diego Comic-Con.
And
4,500 is the 101. It is the original.
Yeah.
It's the original.
4,500. Payment plan is available. Was it 20% down, 60 days for the rest?
that's it, Ollie.
Yeah,
Yep.
and something like this, since we want it to go to a good home, we could even work out a little longer deal, since I'll be able to monitor that.
And I can confirm this is more stunning in person even. I mean, it's gorgeous.
All right.
I had such a blast. I actually did not want to ship this to the gallery for the Comic-Con, because when I was done, like I told you, I love this show. Like, I love this show. And I have wanted to do this piece for years, and I just hadn't done it yet. And so I didn't want to ship it. I did. And then when it got there, I kind of wanted to take it back, which I've done with 2 pieces for the gallery. It's not framed, but it can be framed, which was a question. So framing can get done. But dude, I would probably take this back. Like, if it went unclaimed, I'd just ship it back to me, please. It's gonna hang in my house.
All right, it's available if you strike 4,500. There is that payment plan option. How incredible is that piece? Awesome work there, Ben.
So,
And we cannot do prints, so there are no limiteds. There will never be a limited of this. This is it. I can only do the original.
That's
That's
it.
so
There's
cool.
the one-on-one, and that's it. He's saying there's no prints of this one. So if you want it, here's your crack at it. Thank you so much for offering that up. I'll keep an eye out. If anyone wants to make a play on it, let's keep moving.
Thank you. Up a grade. I appreciate that.
Well, I wanted to get this one out. This is the gallery dug into their collection and actually pulled an actual Chuck Jones Pepe Le Pew layout. So this is drawn by Chuck Jones himself.
Oh wow!
This is a gallery. This is like a museum piece, if you will.
Yeah,
Chuck
I collect Chuck sketches. That's my favorite thing to collect, and I've got quite a few. His line work, his ink work is just ridiculous. So yeah, and this is pencil, and holy crap.
Wow.
I've got an original Pepe sketch from him, and I absolutely love these.
So Chuck Jones, you guys, the creator. This is a sketch. How amazing is that? Looney Tunes fans, this is not an opportunity that comes up very often. And what do you have on that?
It's
3,500.
3,500. That's
Which, let me tell you, what I've paid for some pieces, that's more of a deal.
Yes, right.
I've spent
yeah.
a few dimes more on some really awesome pieces.
All right, so that's the Chuck Jones original piece. Any interest in that? 3,500. Any questions about it? Let us know. So those are some two amazing pieces right off the bat here. There was the Batman animated as well, 1/1 original.
All right. And then this piece is one of the original production cells done, and it is signed by Mr. Jones himself.
Mm.
So it says everything's original on this one. Ben,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know,
and you know what?
about these cells?
On the production cells, those are rare because what they used to do is wash them out because it was the celluloid was what more expensive, and they didn't value the art. So what they would do is they would wash these things out, or they would like sketch on them. So they would like hop on them and sketch across the floor and like just tear the things up. So to get a hold of original production cells, especially when all the paint is still there and you got all the inks down, you don't find these very often.
Well, and I don't know how well it comes across on camera, but it gives it a really cool 3D effect to the art. I have a couple reproduction cells, and I absolutely love them. I love the 3D quality they have.
So this cell
you
here,
someone,
is this what is this? Production cell?
Yes.
Revo cell? What is this?
It's a production cell.
Production cell. And how much is it?
$1,100.
$1,100 production cell. It is signed by Chuck Jones.
It is.
Yeah, and Chuck passed away in 2002, so there will be no more signings of anything.
Just incredible. You guys, this is really awesome access you guys are getting. Check out those three pieces alone. And on top of that, they're willing to work with you on payment plans.
And then I've got Ben. I know his son's got a birthday today, by the way. Happy birthday, Hunter.
Happy birthday to Hunter.
Happy birthday, Hunter.
You want to talk about Willie a little bit because he's the last surviving.
Yeah, there's only two. There's Jerry Eisenberg and there's Willie Ito. But Willie Ito is that guy's story is incredible. He went from the Japanese concentration camps to they're asking about shipping if it's included or separate.
It's separate.
Separate. There you go. And so Willie was in Chuck's unit. So he animated on a whole bunch of films, and he got in on What's Opera Doc and those other things. He animated for Disney and then went over to Chuck's unit and is an absolute, not only is an awesome guy, he's a phenomenal artist. So to have one of two last remaining animators that were in Chuck's unit alive and producing these is rare.
Wow. Okay, so
really
this piece we're looking at, is this the sketch work on the side? Is that talk about that? What is this?
These are a whole bunch of pieces that he created in this montage. I believe it's a mixed media original. So in the bottom, there should be something, I think bottom corner, where he did an additional sketch that's on it. So you would have like a limited edition, and then he would do characters and stuff on top of that. So a mixed media original, which I don't know how many there are. It's a limited run on what they can do, but
25.
yeah, 25, and that's it. So you got somebody asking what the shipping cost is.
Yeah, ballpark shipping, US.
US, I'm gonna guess around $20. I can probably get it.
Around 20
Something like
bucks.
this. Something like this, I can do probably about 25 because it's got glass and stuff. But I've got a really good shipper, and we really work with some good rates. So
All right, here's
I
what
will-
we're gonna do. Because I appreciate Chuck Jones coming on AtCon, giving you guys full access. Elite Comics 11 will pick up any shipping for any piece. Anything's shipped, I'll cover it to the U.S. All right. If you live in Europe or somewhere like that, I can't do that. But if you're in the U.S., Elite Comics 11 will cover the shipping. So don't worry
Thank
about
you,
shipping.
Ollie.
That's
Don't
awesome,
worry
man.
about shipping.
That's amazing, Ollie. Thank you so much. Elite Comics 11. Boom.
All right.
Is this a cell?
That's a
No.
sell.
That's
No?
not a cell. No.
It's
Nope.
it's
Those are
it's like 3D in there. Like that's crazy looking.
yeah. Well, that made
That's so cool.
you know what? Yeah.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
And how much is this one that we're looking at?
$850.
$850. This mixed media piece right here we're looking at. Anyone interested in this? There's the
It's like,
Batman, the animated piece as well. And then we saw the Pepe. That's
Thank
up
you,
for
Scott.
grabs as well. The original and the print. The print was how much was the limited print?
which
The Pepe.
Oh,
400.
400 for this. And that was limited to what again? 10?
I believe.
Limited to 10. That's 400. So you have different options. We have a few more of the Marvin. We sold one,
Yep.
475. I'm covering all the shipping to the US, so don't worry about shipping, you guys.
We'll tell you what, I've got about 10 minutes before my son goes to celebrate. What other pieces?
Yep, you
He
got it.
turned 6. It's a big deal, and I think
Yeah.
there's going to be a giant
It
Nerf gun
is.
battle.
Can you
Yes.
turn it so we're not hitting the light there? Perfect.
All right. So this is a one just like the cell, like the Tom and Jerry. From
Yeah, so that's a Willie Ito piece. Yeah, and he does ink and marker on these two. Willie worked on this film, so this was one of his like homage drawings for it. Again, not there's a Marvin. Yeah, there's a Marvin the Martian. They can show you that steampunk. But Willie did this. Is this an original or is this limited?
the original.
Yeah. So this is an original drawing from Willie, and he worked on the film. So this was like his homage to something he created with Chuck. And by the way, What's Opera Doc is considered to be the most or the greatest animated short of all time. So in the rankings of animated shorts of what they did, What's Opera Doc is the top.
Was a Tom and Jerry cell get rolled up for shipping? I don't think so.
Nothing will get rolled for
No.
shipping. It would get shipped framed.
Like that. It will get shipped like that.
Yes,
This is it.
got
You-
Hunter 6.
You will get the frame and everything.
All right, let's
Right.
grab the last few pieces while we still have Ben here.
All right.
Ben's
Yep.
here. You
And then we
guys
can
are
go
the
back up for
artist
him.
live with you guys. He's gonna have to run in a few. You'll get more art, but we won't have him. So if you have any questions to ask him about the art, let's take advantage of that. He's making time for us, so I appreciate that. Oh, check this out.
One of
So this is
my
my
favorites.
yeah. This is my homage. I have 3 homage pieces to Alex Ross because I love Alex Ross, and I've had the very distinct honor of having him in the studio and hanging out, which was the guy's just a phenomenal dude, and not only a phenomenal artist, but just a really wonderful guy. And this was my homage to one of his Superman pieces, and I have my Superbugs. So it's Carrot Power, which is that's the only way he flies. And so this was essentially the same setup that Ross did for that Superman piece in as Bugs. And this is a limited. The original sold a long time ago. So this is a limited edition, signed and numbered, and this was oil on canvas. What's my favorite? My favorite Looney Tunes character to draw is probably Marvin. He's probably, you'll see that I do him the most. Marvin and K9. Those are my 2 favorites, and I love K9.
So this is a print, and what is it limited to? I missed it. Is it
That's it. Yep.
And it's 575, guys.
575? What were the dimensions on it?
I will.
Let me double check.
Okay. Signed by Ben as well.
Indeed, right here.
18
Yep, everything's
It
hand
is
signed and numbered.
by 24.
18 by 24.
And this one's really cool because Ben, you
That's
Oh,
awesome.
do a remark
did.
on the back.
I did. This one. This must be the AP.
Yep.
Yep, I did a remark on this. Yes, Marvin is my favorite also.
Costa's asking you, he's another artist. When you go paint with oils, can you talk about the process? Sketch on paper first, or just go for it?
Yeah, absolutely. Number to 1. This is number to 10. It's 10 APs. So I start off with a sketch first, and I get my concept down, and then I have to submit that to Chuck Jones so that they can go ahead and approve or give notes. Once the drawing and the sketch is approved, then I sketch back on canvas, and then I work background to foreground. So I get my background down first, and then I step myself forward. My dogs are barking. Papa John's is here. It's going to be a party.
All right, we got one more piece that you can introduce for us before you gotta run.
That, and I'll show you 2 pieces that are here that nobody's seen.
Yay!
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so this one was a celebration of the 60s Batman, and I did all of these. There are 9 characters in total. Hold on a second. What's up, dude?
Yakuza, are you here? Yakuza,
Yes.
I hope you're here.
So there are 9 originals that are colored pencil on black paper, and it acts like oils. And then did a montage of this, and then I did remarks over it with all the pals and everything else. So it's like a mixed media original on what it pulls off, like the whack, everything, and it changes. So there were a few, and then I did the logo. So the logo is original, the logo sold, and then there are some originals of the characters available as well, and then this piece here.
Wow. And so this is it's the 1-of-1 mixed media 1-of-1. Is that what this is?
No, this one's a print because they put it all together.
It's a print. And what is it limited to?
Check the back real quick.
Thank you, Wires. With this art, it's what the prices are. We'll give you the payment plan option, but the prices are the prices. I'm going to cover the shipping just to celebrate ACON, but it's just the listed price on these pieces. Thank you.
I apologize.
Sorry, we've moved things around a lot. He's trying to grab the
I think
info for this one.
It's pretty short. I'd be surprised if it was anything more than like 10 or 15.
All right, $12.50 on that. Was it how much was the Super Bugs?
$5.75.
$5.75.
$5.75 is Super Bugs. Gonna go to our friend Phil1915.
Thank you, Phil.
$5.75. Phil1915. Thank you, Phil. And then the Willie. Was there a Willie for $400?
Yep.
It's right here.
That's going to go to our friend Wire68. I'm picking up all your shipping if you're in the U.S., you guys. So you don't have to worry about shipping. If you need a payment plan, James will work with you.
What like?
That's
with all the S's?
Wires has lots of S's, yes.
Okay. Thank you, Wires.
4 S's, 68.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. That one.
And we did have another Marvin the Martian. $4.75 on that. Marvin the Martian. You want to show that? I don't think people realize it's still available. We did sell one of the limited prints, but we have a few more. How many? What was that one limited to again?
This is of 125.
25.
125.
125. This is
Out of 125.
Yeah.
125 of them, and we have about maybe access to 6 of them tops.
Yep.
$4.75.
And Ben, since you got short on time here, real quick, what's your commissions and what do you want to show everyone real quick?
All right, so
Yes.
I do roll commissions, and if it's anything Looney Tunes, Hanna-Barbera, that all rolls through Chuck Jones. So that's who my license is with. So if you have like characters and setups, I do commissions all the time. For pieces, we work out size, concept, and then I go to town on those. And then if it's separate characters on stuff that's not related to Warner Brothers, Hanna-Barbera, that kind of stuff, we can run commissions through Jim. So that's that. And then, yeah, the Batman one, that's through Chuck Jones. Like I'll do stuff like this one-on-ones just for them. And blast whatever it is, and they just kind of let me go nuts with it. So, and then there's these. So these two are for Jim. Yes, I can do Scooby-Doo. And actually I have one that has all the dogs. It's poker dogs, and it's all the Warner Brother dogs and Scooby-Doo in there, as well as Astro playing poker. So there's limiteds on that too.
I want that one so bad. That's one of my favorite pieces, and I need to remind my husband that our 10-year anniversary is coming up.
Yeah, it is. Spidey and Green Goblin.
The flowers and everything.
Right. So the Spidey and Green Goblin is ink and marker. So ink and marker on archival paper. And that one was, what was that one, Jim? 17?
Yeah, 1,700, 1,700.
All right, yep. So before I run, I wanted to, like, here's some of the, I love Spider-Man, I love Batman. I did kind of an homage in watercolor and ink to Amazing Spider-Man 521, and this is on watercolor paper. So yeah, it's about a 22 by like 14 inch or something on cold pressed water paper, and yeah, this one's 2,500. So
wow, 2,500. There it is, a 101. All right, who are the 101 people?
yeah, this is it.
So pretty.
They can
There won't
get
be
it right now.
This is it. Yeah, this is just for you guys. And then
500.
And then
Let us
there's
know.
one more that's in progress. It's not finished yet because there's a whole lot going on. But Legends of the Dark Knight number 60, the whole Frank Miller Jim Lee combination. So I'm rolling this right now in Batman, and you can kind of get an idea up close. So I've got initial color laying down, and I'm going to build up some sky. I'm going to get some detail into Batman, but this is same size, like about 22 by 15, same price, 2,500.
Oh, it's so cool.
500.
And Batman is my number one all-time favorite superhero because he has no superpowers and he just kicks tail, using his brain, using his brawn. And yeah, he's got a lot of money, but still, the like elite superhero without superpowers.
Yep. All right, so Ben, again, it's his son's birthday. We really appreciate him making time. You guys have any other questions for him? When he leaves, we'll get a better view of the art, but we won't have him to kind of walk us through any questions. So last call, any other questions for him? Or
yeah, Daywalker, Speed Racer. Yep, Speed Walker or Speed Racer would be commissions. So yes.
Oh, hey guys, go ahead.
This one's from my personal collection. Some of my favorite pieces, Ben, that I have that hangs on the wall of my office that you did.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I love this one.
I love that
So-
one too. I'm so glad you guys picked that. I am not in LA. I'm actually in Central Florida.
And then
Anyway,
Speaking
to
of
know
which, we
Scooby
need to hang
poker
out.
price. You know what? I don't. Jim, do you or James? Jim, whichever one. I call you Jim. I don't know what the Poker Dogs one limited. I can check on the site. I think you guys have the details on that. There's two different sizes. There's an AP and there's an SN. So SN's a little smaller,
You had
AP's a little
just
bigger.
finished it last time we looked at it, so it wasn't actually on the site yet. So I'm not sure either. But man, that's a cool piece.
Yeah, that piece is just, that was nuts to do. So they've been asking for a Poker Dogs piece because Chuck did one, and then there was an original, and like the artist in 1903, and so that Chuck did one, and then I updated with the dogs and stuff that I had in there. As a matter of fact, if I go dig around, if you give me like 1 minute, and then Jim could get pricing on stuff. Let me go dig through my my printer's proofs real quick.
It's a phone of a phone here. I don't know if it'll come through. Oh man.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
It's a little blurry, but
Yeah,
oh man, this is such a
go
cool
for it, Ben.
piece.
If you have the
Bruce,
time.
all right, I'll go look real quick. Bruce Lee commission, absolutely. Ben and Fabio to do a Speed Racer. Oh, Rob, yes, we could do that. Let me go. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna look for this piece real quick, and then I can show you what the limited looks like. So, buddy, no.
All right. He's gonna
All right.
You guys
So
can look at it.
Ali, where are we with time? I don't want to pinch
We're
keys
good.
too
We
much.
have time. We got close to half an hour, so we're not in a rush.
All right.
I think it's important to share the arts with the community, and this is awesome. We don't get to do this every day.
Oh, I got one. I got one
this
rolled
piece-
printer's proof.
Oh my God.
Yes, I'm so
All right,
excited.
so we're gonna see how this comes through. All right, I'm gonna take a. All right, are we going to C2E2? That's a great question. All right, so here's the limited, right? This was my printer's proof, and to kind of give you an idea of up close.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how well it's coming through. You know what?
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, this it's freaking huge. But this is the AP. So I've got Astro, I've got Mark Anthony and Kitty, I've got Canine, who's my favorite, and then this is Ralph, right, and Sam, not Wile E. Coyote. And how do you know? Because of the red nose. Wile E. Coyote's got a black nose and yellow eyes. And then we've got Charlie Dog down there and Scooby-Doo. So this is the first piece that there's Scooby. This is the first piece that I mashed them all in. And it's the exact same background as the original painting from 1903. So I just kind of painted it with this and updated. But there's all kinds of little hidden meanings and stuff in here, which some of these are just for me for now on what I like to hide in here. But usually, almost always, you will see 4 of something, and that is for my 4 kids. So in this case, I've got Ralph or Sam has got
Hey,
4 cards.
real quick, Ben, just give me 2 seconds. The artist proof is $895. I think we can get that, and then the signed in number is $495. So if you guys want to, I can go talk to the man
Scott,
and make sure it happens.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
Giuseppe, anybody who wants a commission from Ben, I mean, you could reach out to him direct, but you could also just DM Comic Uprising, and we will connect you with all the information you need on it. We'll get you whatever the rate's going to be. So yes, the answer to almost every question I'm seeing is yes. We were happy to help get that done. We want to support Ben. So just let us know. You can DM Comic Uprising or even DM Elite Comics 11. We'll make sure you get in touch.
I think that would be a really good move because we could monitor the progress and kind of give you updates. Ben's a very busy guy who's got 2 galleries opening up. He's working for Chuck Jones exclusively. So
4 kids, if you missed that.
Yeah.
And lots of kids.
Well, and
dogs.
like one other thing that's kind of cool that I can't say anything about other than who I'm working with. But do you know who J.J. Abrams is?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm working with that guy on a piece that's freaking cool, and it'll be finished in June. And then once it's done, I can finally reveal. And then I have a team of 4 working with me on it, and it's stupid awesome. So yeah, add all that. Any commissions, all that kind of stuff, questions on the art, how do you get a hold of additional things? Elite Comics or Comic Uprising, they can handle all the questions for you. I'm terrible at getting back to people right now, so you'll definitely want to reach out to those guys.
All right, reach out to us.
Do us a massive favor and follow Ben Olson. And if you see something, let us know, and we'll hit him up. We'll help you out, guys. We want the artists to be seen like this. This is amazing. Ben, you're amazing.
Ben, you are amazing.
Well,
thank you so much, Ben.
You guys are awesome. Yeah, dude. Thank you guys.
We're gonna show them the art a little bit better on the bigger screen, and we'll loop you into the second half what goes on, Ben. But regardless, you'll be hearing from us. There's a lot of people that are interested in some commissions.
Wicked.
All right.
Yes. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
All right. Take care, man. Happy
Take
birthday.
care. Thank you, Ben.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. So we got about 20 minutes, so we can take a few more looks. In terms of the poker piece, are we offering that up on the air, or do they go to the site, or what are they doing with those?
If you want to guarantee it, just lock it in on the air, and then I will take it from there.
All right, here's some reviews we're getting. Speaks more about our page than anything else. Quote, "I did not expect this to be as cool as it was." End quote. Thank you, Waters.
That, it's hard to please. It's hard to please the comic crowd. All these loggers and how much they've probably been drinking behind the scenes. Come on now.
So
Taz art. Do we have any Taz art? I think not today, right?
Not today, but I love the suggestions, because then in future AtCons or stuff like that, or we could do a spotlight show, we can bring some of this stuff. Just let us know. We want to do more of this.
Brent Pool Guy, he's a regular on our channel. He says, quote, I had low expectations as well, end quote. All right. Thank you, Brent. Thank you.
So don't sleep on this one. This is the Tom and Jerry cell. One of one. They pulled that
Oh, dude,
out of
did
the archive.
you didn't see the Bugs Bunny Superman art, Mark? We
Oh,
sold
here.
one. There's still, these are very limited prints. They only made 10 of them.
Yep.
How many do we have? We only have one of these?
No, I have access to at least 4. So I can sell 4, no, 5. So I can sell 4 more of these if
And how much
people are wanting.
was that piece?
It was what? It 575, I believe it was.
575. It's numbered and signed by Ben Olson, who was just with us.
Yep. And these APs, which we're selling, he remarks the back.
Actually, I had to do something more fitting. $1,100 claim.
Wow. There it is. Wow.
$1,100 comic_department. So what is the piece? What is the piece that was 1,100? I think they're claiming that one.
It's the Tom and Jerry cell, guys. Look at this.
Tom and Jerry production cell. It is signed by Chuck Jones. I don't know. Is that a claim, comic department, or were you helping Angry Mix stuff? Just confirm. Mark, the Batman is incredible. That is a one-of-one. They're not going to make any prints of it ever. Ben Olson, who was just on the air, drew it. It's all licensed, you guys. All this stuff is licensed. He's an official artist of the Chuck Jones Gallery. It's not just some random person drawing this stuff. Like, you're getting it straight from the gallery. I want to emphasize that. I think that's obviously a pretty big deal. So this is, go ahead.
So that Switzerland claim, awesome, and I will get you a shipping price as soon as possible.
Comic department, Angry Mix stuff, you know, with international shipping, there's always a chance that it might not work. You know, so if you want to be a backup Angry Mix stuff, I saw you were interested on it as well. Just let us know because there's only one of those. Price on the Batman, is it how much?
4,500.
4,500. And I already said, if you're in the U.S., Elite Comics 11 will cover the shipping. So whatever the price is, it's shipped if you're in the U.S. The details on it, Angry Mix stuff, is it's production. It's a production cell. It's signed by Chuck Jones.
Yep.
So obviously, it's production. It's one-on-one.
There's and then you get the CO that tells you all about it. So
the Superman bill. So there's it's limited to 10 prints that are signed.
Correct.
It's 575. We sold one, but we can fulfill a few more on the air. So if you're thinking about it, again, I want you to know these are official. All right, these are licensed. They're not just somebody drawing Bugs Bunny. The Batman is only a one-of-one. Yes, that's it. And they are not going to make a print of the Batman.
No, the Batman's incredible too. It's gorgeous in person.
And this Pepe Le Pew is 400. This is one of his newest pieces, and he keeps getting better.
Yeah.
So, like, it's incredible. Like, you just getting better.
That was limited to 10 as well, right?
Correct.
10, and how much was that again?
400.
$400.
And that's what he was pointing out. There's a lot of unique details in it.
I think that's what I meant by not necessarily better, but this one just has a ton going on in it. You can just stare at it for a long time.
All right, if you guys are enjoying AdCon, I can promise you there's going to be a lot more comics, but this is something special. So just make sure if you're thinking about it in the moment, now's the time. You will get spot credit for the daily giveaway if you claim things here, and I will cover your shipping to the U.S. If you get it off the live, you can still get it. We'll get it to you. I can't tell you your shipping's going to be covered. That's an AtCon special situation here. So let us know what you're thinking. We have about 15 more minutes. How big is the Batman? Do we have the measurements for that piece? It looks big.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do a quick measure on just to verify what I think it is. 36 by 18.
36 by 18.
So it's a big piece, but it's being landscape like that. It's a cool piece to put above lots of various things. So
4,500 and no one else will have one.
well, Ben's still in the chat. So
can we see the sketches around the piece on the easel?
This one here.
oh yeah.
It's that I like that one. That's really
So this is the sketch that Willie did, and then these were put in. He's done sketches, but these are reproductions, and it was put in as a collage.
so just because I want to understand. So this is an original piece on this,
Yes.
and the rest are reprints.
Yep.
But this is original. This part of it.
Yep.
Okay.
And who drew that?
That's at the Willie ITO. Ito, I believe.
Okay, so an official artist for the gallery drew that image there in the
Well,
bottom right corner.
He was he's one of two people surviving that worked with Chuck Jones on all the so
Wow. Okay.
that's what makes Willie's stuff unique. He's one of the few people that are still around.
Oh wow, that actually worked on Looney Tunes with Chuck
Yeah.
Jones. Okay.
He's part of the animation team. So
Willie is an OG. Got it. Yep. All right, 850 for that.
Yep,
We'll
850.
give you guys probably you're gonna 850 is claim.
Wow.
Alan Juster.
Alan, nice.
Juster's gonna take it down, and he will work with you, Alan. Not that I'm not saying you need it, but if you missed it, there is a payment plan option, 20% down, 60 days for the rest. Congratulations, Alan. That one's yours.
Yep, you will get this particular one, which is 19 out of 25. I do have access to 3 more of these if needed, but hey, getting one is huge. I mean, that's it. 19 out of 25. That's amazing.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna give you. We're probably gonna be able to give you guys like one more look at each piece, and then it's back to the comics for hours and hours. So if you like the fresh air, let's.
right.
If you like this content, let's show some love so I can keep bringing you guys content like this. All right. Keep that in mind too. I'm trying to bring more art. We got to support the artists, you guys. James. Shout out to Comic Uprising for really spearheading this move. I've been meaning to do, but James has taken the initiative, and he's worked really hard for this segment for you guys. So, James, thank you so much for bringing this.
No problem. Thank you for hosting it. And while you guys are thinking about this is the original Chuck Jones, Pepe Le Pew concept art. Something like this, I'm going to be putting up on Elite Collectibles page. If it doesn't go right now, it's a one of one. That's the only one that's going to be. But it's a great place to find some of this stuff, so don't forget to check that.
All right, 3,500. That is a Chuck Jones original, what he just showed.
Yes, it was. So I've got a couple more Marvins.
What's the info on the Spidey and Green Goblin for Roger? That's a one of one, Roger. That was it's Ben Olsen. Drew that one. That's the only one that exists.
And he crushed this one. And
Yes, it's cool.
A lot of movement. Beautifully done. One of one. You get everything certified. So
which Pepe up a grade? If you're talking about the sketch, that's only one. If you're talking about that one, there's only 10 prints. This one's 400.
And this one's 400. Yep.
Numbers on the Marvin Giuseppe, it was out of 125.
Yes.
125, and it's 475 for that one. We sold one. We still have a few more available if you want one.
And we
got Batman is the 101.
Yep. And then we've got a couple of these left.
That one's out of 10, right?
Yes, it is. 6. Yep. That one.
575. This Bugs Bunny Superman, that's out of 10. And then we have this mixed media piece here.
You like the 66 Batman 66? It's giving a bunch of vibes on that. So that one's 1,050.
1,200.
250.
Does anyone want to see anything else again? Or if you missed anything, give them like a scan, and then if we do have some extra time, I guess we'll use it on the comics. But if you have seen, if you wanted a break from comics, this is the break.
Yep. And honestly, you guys did amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in and making this. It was fun to bring on an artist that's out there creating all this.
Wires wants to see the one he claimed again? Sure, we'll show it to you, Wires. Sure.
Wires.
The Batman 66, can we talk about the limited info on it?
Okay. All right. All right. Wires, this is a 1-on-1. And this is the
Willie Ito.
Willie Ito, and it's his version of the What is Opera Doc.
No, that's cool. Wires, congrats, man. How's that? Look at that Acon pickup. That's awesome. That's just awesome to know you picked that up.
That's amazing. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
All right. All right. So this is it's like the Rogues Gallery of Batman. Like he was saying, these were all originals, and then they collaged it. So we've got ourselves just a gorgeous piece, and don't forget, a lot of this stuff is coming framed, and that alone is a lot. So
yeah, we'll give you a close up on the Pepe. Which one, the print or the original cell?
yeah, here's the print. $400 for the print. And give me 1 second to go grab the original.
He wants the Pepe, he wants the limited print, the one out of 10
Okay.
for 400.
Okay. Well, that's what was on screen just now.
Here it is.
There you go.
On $400. It is signed, numbered. There's only 10 of them.
Yep.
If you guys saw the dogs playing poker one and you want to lock one up here on the air, we can do that as well. Ben had that Spider-Man piece in his hand as well, and the Batman. They're $2,500 each. You could lock those up here as well.
And
We're only on for a few
I'll tell you what.
minutes.
Are you good with this, Ollie? If some people are thinking about today and today only, if you DM me and lock it up, can we put it towards
100%.
today's stuff?
As long as you let Comic Uprising know what you're buying from the gallery, I will extend free shipping to the U.S. through Atcon. So let's make the deadline not be today. Let's make it end of day tomorrow.
Okay. Well, then I will make. I'll take a bunch of pictures of these, make a reel out of it, and if you guys are interested, DM me, and it will be part of Atcon.
All right. So I will cover the U.S. shipping on anything that's claimed by the end of tomorrow. You're gonna DM at comic_uprising. Our DMs are crazy right now, so I want to make sure you get a hold of Comic Uprising. It's better to go that route while Atcon's going on, honestly, just because he has direct contact with the gallery. These are coming right from the gallery, you guys. That's another thing. He didn't buy these from the gallery and then is trying to flip them to you. It's from the gallery.
Absolutely. And it's an honor it took 10 years of knowing Ben, and we got there to gain the trust, because it takes a lot to put these pieces in my hand. So thank you so much to Chuck Jones Gallery.
Yeah, shout out to Chuck Jones Gallery for sure, for being forward thinking and allowing us this access. So this is direct access, you guys. And so I appreciate everyone that showed some love. to the gallery. Because like I said, we want to bring more content like this. We want to support the artists. So,
And speaking of good artists, we've got Keys up next, Kentucky Keys, and then we've got the Neil Adams Spotlight Hour. So that should be fun.
Neil Adams
Here's some Neil Adams stories.
is on tap. That'll be at 7:30 Eastern. That'll be it for an hour as well. We'll head out to Neil Adams' shop, and there'll be some Neil Adams awesomeness there. Kentucky Keys is right after this. All right, last call, you guys. Let us know. 30 seconds. I'm gonna cut, and in a few minutes I'll come back. We'll be with Kentucky Keys. We will see what he has in store. He's gonna have comics. I think he has a few more art pieces himself, the hip hop pieces. All right. So James, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Ben, if you're still watching, thank you so much for coming on, and happy birthday to your son. I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Thank you, guys. Bye.